What's up guys, Corvus95 here and welcome to my partially used team review for this week. And yeah, let's start with Ampharos. So Choice Scarf Ampharos with Static, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Signal Beam, Power Gem, 252 Speed, 252 Special Attack, Force Special Defense, minus Attack, plus Speed Nature, Timid Nature. And how did I feel Ampharos did? I felt like Ampharos was very good. It wasn't as good as I remember it being in 4th generation. I think quite a few people expect the Choice Scarf Ampharos now, which is new to me. And so it didn't have the same impact I wanted it to. Although it did catch some people out who weren't expecting it to outspeed their Pokemon. It hits very, very hard. 115 base special attack. It hits like a truck. Thunderbolt does a lot. Focus Blast didn't really come in that handy because there's quite a few ghosts I found. I mean, there's Gourgeist, there's Bayonet, I believe Dusclops or Drifblim's down here, Dusk Noir's down here. Yeah, lots of ghost types down here. Misdreavus is down here. Of course, Shedinja's down here. And of course, all the NFE ghosts. So Focus Blast with the Choice Scarf wasn't that good because basically every other team I came up against had a ghost type. Well, I had Signal Beam, although I think I only may have used it once or twice. There aren't very many grass types here. There's like Blossom, Carnivine, Shireen. You've got Gourgeist, Jumpluff, Leafeon, Leavanny, Maractus, Meganium, Parasect. Okay, there's quite a few. Roselia, Swordsbuck, Simisage, Tangler, Tropius. There's a decent amount, but I didn't come up against many. I came up against a couple Gourgeist, and I think that was about it. I think I came up against one Leafeon as well. So I didn't really use it that much, and the Psychic types and Dark types didn't materialize either, like I thought they were going to. So it may be a better idea to run something else over Signal Beam. You could run Cotton, well you can't run Cotton Guard because it's Scarfed. If you weren't Scarfed, Cotton Guard's an option. You could run Dragon Pulse, of course. You can run a Hidden Power for more coverage. Whatever you feel like running. Power Gem did come in handy. In the final battle of the week, I believe I took down a Articuno with a Power Gem, which was nice. And yeah, that's Ampharos sewn up. My review of Ampharos in PU. Slacking. Slacking was the heavy hitter who came in after someone fainted and retaliated their Pokemon to death. It basically one-shots every single thing that doesn't resist it. So it's basically, it's the ultimate, what is it called, where you come in and kill your opponent after, I'll be back in a second. Yes, Slacking is ultimate revenge killer with Retaliate. It just destroys everything. You do have to watch out for the ghost types that I mentioned before. However, it is quite easy to play around them. You've got Fire Punch there for the Gourgeist, which I find the most common of all the ghost types in this here. Earthquake does a lot. Thunder Punch, of course, Truant really limits Slacking's ability. Without Truant, Slacking would probably be OU pretty easily with those kind of stats. He may even be Ubers. Probably not. Probably be high-end OU, but you never know. I'd like to see him one day get another ability apart from Truant. It doesn't even have to be an ability that does anything beneficial for him. Just if it wasn't a negative. Next up, Slacking Choice Band set is very obvious though, so a lot of people will play around it quite well. Glaceon Choice Spec set, Ice Beam, Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, Water Pulse. Did very well. And similarly to Ampharos, didn't do as well as I thought it may do, but that's because of the problem with having choice items. You can't switch up your moves, so someone would find out I'm choiced and switch in a Pokemon that completely resists me. So I thought Glaceon was probably the standout killer, apart from one other Pokemon that I haven't got to yet. And it definitely did a lot of damage whenever it did get a neutral hit off. A neutral hit or a super effective hit, obviously. Ice Beam does a crazy amount of damage. Shadow Ball was decent for the coverage. Signal Beam wasn't used much as I described. Water Pulse was handy if they had a rock ground type, or if they just had a type where they weren't expecting it to be hit by an Ice Beam because it wouldn't have been super effective. I hit them with the Water Pulse and it's super effective, and they take a lot more damage than they were wanting to. Next up we have our lead Pokemon, Kricketune, with the Focus Sash, Swarm, X is a knockoff, Sticky Web, Endeavour. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to get a good Endeavour off because my opponents would never take me down to my Sash for some reason. They'd always take me down to like 40% and then kill me. So a bit unfortunate there. Lots of Pokemon also outspeed it. It may be better to run max speed on Kricketune instead of the HP, since you want to go low on health. That's probably a better idea. Next, we also have X is a knockoff, came in quite handy. It's not as handy in lower tiers. I feel like the Pokemon in the lower tiers don't need their items as much as they do in the higher tiers. I feel like they're a lot more balanced. Like one Pokemon with an item, one Pokemon doesn't have an item. They're still quite balanced, whereas in the upper tiers, if a Pokemon has an item and one doesn't, it's a complete mismatch. So I don't feel like knockoff's as good a move in the lower tiers as it is in the upper tiers. Sticky Web is godly. It's the best like Stealth Rock, Spikes, entry hazard. It's the best entry hazard in my opinion. The fact that your opponent's Pokemon almost always outspeed your, or almost always get outsped by your Pokemon, just makes the game so much easier to win. So yeah, I think Kricketune was one of the 3 stars of the show. Probably Slacking, Kricketune, and one of the other 2 Pokemon. And it wasn't Articuno. Articuno was okay. Freeze Strike caught a few people out when they switched in a water type, expecting to resist the Ice Beam. Heal Bell came in handy once or twice. Roost I didn't really use because Articuno was often the Pokemon I let go down. And Defog was pretty useless because I had to get rid of my Sticky Web if I wanted to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, and I had to switch in Articuno, which is 4 times weak to Stealth Rocks. So yeah, I only really put Defog on because I haven't had a Defogger for the past 3 or 4 weeks. And I felt like I needed one because I was really struggling with Stealth Rocks. But I would rather struggle with Stealth Rocks and have a Sticky Web up than have neither up. So yeah, Articuno, bit of a letdown. Did okay though. I definitely recommend you try it out, probably with a different setup than I had though. And finally, the star of the team completely, Lumberry, Oblivious, Earthquake, Waterfall, Stone Edge, Dragon Dance, max attack, max speed, with an adamant nature, 4 special defense EVs as well, Wishcash. This thing is a monster. Once you go up 1 Dragon Dance, along with the Sticky Web to help you outspeed the ridiculously fast Pokemon like Floatzel and Electrode and stuff like that. Once you got those 2 factors, basically one-shot everything. Such good coverage with Earthquake, Waterfall and Stone Edge. People switching in flying types expecting that I'd only have Waterfall and Earthquake and they'd be able to take a Waterfall. They can't take a Stone Edge. Wishcash definitely star of the show. I definitely recommend it. I'm going to actually try it in a higher tier team on my own, see how it does there. But yeah, Lumberry definitely the best item to have on this set as well. Lots of people either tried to burn it or tried to get a Toxic off, which definitely limits it, as it does with all setup sweepers. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this team. It got me 7 victories, 3 defeats in the PU tier. So we've got a +4 win ratio there. And I'm very happy with how it's gone. Next week, we are shifting back up. We're going back to OU. So I know we started with UU, but I'm actually going to do a couple weeks of OU to try and hone my skills, get a bit better at OU, because I feel like OU was the one tier. It's the most competitive tier, and it's the tier where I think I did worst from my memory. I'm pretty sure that was the tier where I went 5-5. So yeah, next week we will be doing OU tiered battles, and probably for 1 or 2 weeks after that as well. So drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below what you think of me doing OU battles for the next couple weeks. If you don't want to say that, tell me in comments. What did you think of this PU team? What Pokemon shone to you that I may not have mentioned a factor about? And from me, Corvus95, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.